Hi there.
Hi, welcome back to Curious Collection. I'm Will.
I'm Cinnamon.
Today is Veterans Day, so thank you to all the veterans out there that have served the country. We had an interesting morning. We were able to go and see our son in the local Veterans Parade in his school ROTC program.
Which is awesome. That's, again, this is why we love doing what we do, because we can stop in the middle of the morning and we can go and we can support our son and, be there, which is pretty awesome.
Right. Yeah, it's absolutely wonderful. And also just a reminder to all of the resellers out there, there's no mail today. So don't freak out when the mailman doesn't show up. Don't bother loading the car and running it to 3 different post offices. We've done it in the past.
Absolutely. So. Yes. Like pretty much every mail holiday we do that. So please don't make our mistakes. Remember, there is no mail today.
Right. So today we're going to go over our October 2024 sales. We're going to kind of dig into those numbers and show you guys, like we do every month, what does it really look like to be a full-time reseller?
Yep.
And,
are we making our numbers?
Are we making numbers? Are we making money? Is this all for nothing?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Is this a hobby or a job?
Right. We certainly have a lot of fun with it. So
we do.
As for a hobby, it could definitely be a good hobby. So our first slide here we've got is our eBay sales report. So this is in our main store. We operate 3 different eBay stores currently. Our first one, we've got just around 12,000 listings. And so our October sales were $4,542. And that is down 48.5% over the same period last year.
Yeah.
The store's been operating for...
This one is same period last month.
Okay.
Same month last year. Oh, last year. Same month last year. I'm so sorry. Don't listen to me. Listen to him. He knows what he's talking about.
So, with a nearly 50% drop in total sales, our selling costs were $1,674. And our net sales, so what comes back to us so that we can go out and buy more inventory, $2,526. This is going to be a tough month. We kind of introduced that a little bit earlier in the week, last week, that the sales are hard to come by and lower dollar. We can also see here that our quantity sold is down 33.9%. Our average sale price is down to $16.28. Again, this is us, trying to offer incentives. We ran a sale a couple of weeks ago. We did some markdowns. We have free shipping. Like, we're genuinely trying to get people to bite, and
pulling all of those high value jewelry pieces out of the store as well.
That is also correct. So
lots of factors.
We did open a exclusively jewelry store on eBay, and then so we'll get into that in a little bit and show kind of how that performed as well. So next report we've got here is going to be our October store sales for our jewelry. So advertising.
Oh, is this ad store? See,
this is why I introduce the slides, then we talk about them.
Okay.
So we did $1,071. That store was brand new last year. It's up over 1,000%. So that's lovely to see.
It is.
Our selling cost $655 out of that 1,000. So this is print ads and magazines, very heavy. So you can imagine the shipping is quite costly.
It is. And
the value of the product is quite low. So this was kind of an experimental store for us. That's why we got into it. Our net earnings, $342. So when we buy magazines, we buy them for like a quarter, 50 cents. We sell them for $12.99 free shipping. There's not a lot of money there, not a lot of margin. You can see, 60% or so is going to buyer fees. 61% is going to seller fees. So,
it's a lot.
But it is good to see that store is growing. And I'll take an extra $1,000 in sales however I can get it.
That's true.
So next up, we have, as requested, the jewelry store. So
this is my October numbers, which I'm very pleased. I had a total sales of $1,454 in the jewelry store, which and then The selling cost is $413, which gives me a net sale of $958.12. I had 27 sales for the month, which is pretty darn awesome considering that the month this is only the second month the store was open. So that gives me an average of almost a sale a day, which is pretty darn awesome. That's a good start. And my average sale price is $53. Again, that's amazing. What we've done is we've taken all of those top tier jewelry pieces and transferred all of those. And then the new pieces that I'm acquiring, I'm putting into the new jewelry store. And then we're also cross-listing the new jewelry store into new Posh and new Mercari as well.
Right. So you can see there, I'm really excited about the fact that your average sale price, $53.
Yeah. No,
$53
it's
is
pretty
amazing. And then, you did run an auction in that store as well. You had some gold. So to see that big $53 average sale price, that's really what the goal was with this store. Is we kind of left the lower end stuff,
right? And I'm probably not even going to transfer a lot of the $15 pieces. Isn't even going to be worth my time to take out of the main jewelry store.
Right.
I'm at like $30 right now. Is where I'm at for the transfer. And then, like I said, now I've got all of these new pieces that I want to get up before Christmas time. So I don't know that I'm even going to continue.
I don't think it's worth messing around with. So next slide we've got here. This is the main store. This is going to cover our ad store. And so basically this is Will's business at this point. All reflecting of what we've been doing all year. Income. Our top line sales, $5,971. As we go through that very quickly, you can see that the main store had $4,297 for the month.
Yeah.
We had $100 in refunds. We had that $1,048 in the ad store, $64 in returns on that one. So we had one sale in Mercari, was $11.25. And then we had some other sales. So $765 in other sales. That is the jewelry that I sold to
the jewelry store,
Cinnamon's jewelry store, as well as some items that we had consigned at the local auction house that were big and bulky, or maybe they just didn't fit well on eBay. Poshmark, $20 sale. So you can see there as we kind of filter through.
Those off-site is just, it's sad that I was really hoping that there was going to be more, and maybe in the future it will be, but it's really sad. I'm very disappointed.
Mercari, they're just not performing like eBay does. If
not even close.
If you're a seller, now this is something that I would say is, if you're a seller and you're only selling on Posh or only selling on Mercari, you have to get onto eBay, because you're totally missing the boat on this. I don't know how many people are in that situation, but occasionally I do see people that post, I only sell on Posh. And it's like, you got to get on eBay. They're crushing everything that's happening on these other platforms. You can, we can add up every non-eBay transaction
on a couple of hands. Like, that's not even, it is right. It is
but
sad.
The dollars don't even compare either. So that's really, like, you could add them all up and it's not half of what our business is. So our cost of goods sold, $2,689. Very costly to run a business like this. Shipping being our number one expense at $1,200. And then as you kind of go down the page there, and of course you can pause the screen if you need to take a closer look, but gross profit, $3,282. Of that, as of the October, I was still paying you for your labor. So the net profit, how much comes to Will? $1,242. So as we've discussed, we are going to be on a very tight budget.
Yeah.
This business does have a little bit of money in reserves so that, I can cover that $800 difference.
Yeah.
And then of that $1,242, I still have to pay my income tax as well. So the federal government takes approximately 25%.
Yeah.
So popping to the next screen, this is the jewelry store P&L.
Yep. So the jewelry store, the income was $1,629.40.
That's very exciting. Again, this is a store that's only been open for
new.
2 months.
Yeah, I'm so pleased. And Posh, I did do. I sold a bundle on Posh that was nearly $200.
Right.
I was super pleased.
We shared that one last week.
We did. That one made it to the top 10, and that was a great sale. So we do have a little bit of Posh sales in the jewelry store. And then, so my inventory purchases, again, that's going to be the $500 for the inventory buyout that the jewelry store did from the main store. And then some more other purchases, for inventory, platform fees, shipping fees, all that good stuff. So my gross profit was $572. And then my net profit is $566. So I gotta say, for month 2 of the store, I'm very pleased with the results. So I'm happy that we did it. I'm happy that it's performing. So I'll be excited to see where the jewelry store goes from here.
And again, as a household, we're operating this. So, if you kind of think about it, she made $566, I made $1,200. Plus you got your $2,000 compensation. So we add that all together. We're still $300 short for the month. So that is kind of where we kind of went back to the, we're just not making the numbers we need in order to really get those dollars. So that the main store being down almost 50% is really hard to make up for. Yeah. So we have, the next thing we have is the year to date. So if you want to mention that,
this is the jewelry store. Yep. So our year to date for both months that the jewelry store was open is $3,000 of income. Then, take out the inventory, cost of goods, all of that. The gross profit is $957 with a net profit of $924. So,
and again, that'll obviously you'll have to pay income tax out of that $924. And then we're going to look at our top line sales for the main business, which we've been running now for 5 years. And this includes our ad store as well as our main store. $87,700. If we take that, add that to your store, if you want to flip back a page so we can look at the numbers.
Yep. So my store was 3.
So that brings us to $90,000, 743-ish.
Yeah.
We were hoping, so I want to talk about this. We were hoping, and it was really a goal to get to 120,000 in sales this year. Last year we finished our year. We had about 106,000 after backing out returns. We ended up about 102.
Right, and our goal was 100,000. So we were able to make it over our goal. But this year we had a very lofty goal that we wanted to make it to the 120.
Right.
So we're at 90 right now. We've got 3 more months of not even
2
3.
months.
We have November, December. That's it. Okay, so
so we're at the point now we're not going to hit 120,000. Best case scenario, I think we might hit around 110, 112.
Honestly, at this point, I'll be happy to just not have any loss over the year. With this month seeing a 50% loss, I would rather have a flat year than a loss. So, that's doable. That's 10 grand in the next 2 months. I would hope that we could do that.
That is also my hope. Again, looking at what we did last month,
it's been a rough month.
We can't guarantee that.
No, we can't.
So going down the list here, You can see the majority of those sales came from our main store, $73,000 in total sales. $7,500 in magazine and print ad sales, which is absolutely incredible.
And it is. And that's why you're like, okay, well, it's so hard. Yes, it's not a lot, but when you add it all up, I mean, you know,
that's 100% print ads, 100% magazines. And it takes up approximately 8 square feet on a rack in our home.
Yeah.
So it's seriously like if you were doing this,
it's not taking up too much space. It's not taking up too much, you know, anything.
If you're doing it as a part-time gig, that would be great. I mean, you could literally just sell print ads and magazines as a part-time gig. It would take up, you know, the room of one rack in your home. As a full-time career, I don't know that selling print ads and magazines is going to get us where we want to be.
No.
So you can see, you know, we look at Mercari, $1,200 this year. We look at our extras, though, selling the jewelry to Cinnamon's business, and then looking at, you know, the different stuff that we've consigned at local auction houses, $1,800. Again, none of this stuff adds up to anywhere close to what the main business did.
Right. But it's nice to have a little offshoots that we can make extra money.
Almost 4,000 in Whatnot sales. Our YouTube income, $134. Again, you know, everybody talks about YouTube. I do want to mention that. Like, we're not getting rich on YouTube. $134. That's, you know, almost covers our utility bill for electricity for almost 1 month. So, and then as you can see we go down into the gross profit, $46,000. So we operate on about a 50% profit line. Of that, half of that income is for Cinnamon, half of it's for me. That's kind of how we run our businesses. And so the net profit there going to me that I need to pay taxes from, $23,700.
Yep.
So that's going to be our last slide. Again, so I want to focus on the fact that we've diversified our business.
Yeah.
We've tried to create these small niche businesses within the eBay platform. I don't know that there's a grand value in it, frankly. I know I've heard a lot of people
in what? In niching down?
In creating small niche businesses within eBay. I think
like just having a store with just jewelry and a store with just ads and a store with ephemera, or having
it's not really something we talked about, right? But what we did is we took our main store with magazines, we had postcards, we have print ads, we had jewelry, everything was in the main store last year,
right?
And what we've done is we've fractured that off.
We did.
In hopes that these small stores would help build our total annual income. And what I'm saying is that I don't know that that's true. I don't know that that's something that we've realized. And again, does it go back to a bigger trend in the economy?
It's hard saying.
Or is it just that we're just limited on how much we're actually going to be able to make?
I don't know. I don't know. We're trying. That's all we can do is try. You know, we had ideas that, you know, hopefully if someone was looking for jewelry, that they would find more pieces if the store was just a jewelry store.
Right. They find your item, they go into your store and maybe do some exploring, and everything they look at is jewelry. Right.
So that was one of our thought processes that led to, you know, diversifying and making a new store. One of the other thought processes was we're like, well, is eBay capping, you know, the store? We don't know.
Right. It's a theory. That's one of those conspiracy theories that's out there, is that eBay's capping your growth because of whatever it is about your account or whatever it is about you personally. We know there's a lot of people that hit the six digits in reselling
and then stop growing.
There's not a lot of people out there who get over 200,000. It's you hit 100,000, you're done. So the hope was, if we have 2 eBay accounts, maybe we can hit 200,000.
Yeah.
Or maybe if we had 3 eBay accounts, we can hit 300,000.
Yeah. Again, we don't know. these are just, I mean, we're just doing anything we can to try to work all the different angles.
Right. Right. Or is it just, you know, that we can only manage to get $100,000 because that's all we can find to source,
right?
Or that's all we can list.
Yeah, I mean, we're just two people,
right?
So
right.
You know, we're just doing the best we can and trying to figure out, just like everybody else, just trying to figure out how to get through the day and you know, so looking at our numbers, if you guys, you know, see things and have suggestions, or, you know, obviously our hope is that by showing you our numbers, then you guys can look at your own numbers and have these conversations, you know, with your significant other, or with you know, or with each other in the comments. Like, what can we do to better the stores? What can we do? What ideas have you guys had, you know, to keep going in this really rough economy? Rough, you know, we hear about other people who are closing their stores, and it hurts my heart.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. So definitely leave those messages down below, like and comment and subscribe.
Yep.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks so much. Good luck to you guys out there.